In the coming years, Skovgaard Energy will build one of the world's largest power-to-X plants. The setting for it will be in Idomlund in Northwest Jutland, close to the sea areas where new offshore wind farms and a new energy island are set to be built. But what will the plant mean for the area? This video explains what you need to know. Power-to-X is about storing green energy in the form of green fuels, and our future plant will use electricity from the sun and wind to produce hydrogen, which can later be converted into substances like ammonia and methanol. Hydrogen, ammonia and methanol are set to become important green energy sources in the future, in everything from industry to marine fuel. The investment will amount to several billion Danish kroner, and the production will be vast. Initially, the plant will have the capacity to absorb 150 megawatts from wind turbines and solar panels. This means that it will produce enough hydrogen to power, for example, 100,000 hydrogen cars annually, and the plant will expand over time. In the long term, the plan is to increase production 20-fold. This brings the prospect of numerous new jobs and opportunities for companies in the area in relation to the plant's construction, operation and long-term development. To build the plant, we'll need engineers, smiths and electricians, among others, and there will be plenty of projects for local companies to take on too. Meanwhile, specialists from other parts of the country and abroad will help set the plant up. This will have positive repercussions for the hotel and restaurant sector, to name but a few. And once the plant goes into operation, we'll need many skilled people, including operators, trade professionals, salespeople, engineers and various experts. Some will be able to find locally, others will find in other parts of the country. This means that people with specialist knowledge, who may not currently live in the area, will settle here. The Power-to-X facility will also be of interest to researchers and students, and it will become a place where new knowledge is developed. Furthermore, we expect that the plant, in conjunction with the growing electricity production in the area, will attract various energy-intensive industrial companies. Because by being close to the energy production, they can get large amounts of green energy at a favourable price. This will also be the case for companies that are already in the area. Additionally, the Power-to-X plant will produce waste heat that can be used in the local heat supply. The idea of the plant is to absorb excess power from solar panels and wind turbines, especially the many new offshore wind turbines that are under construction, and that's why we're placing the plant close to the transformer station in Holstebro municipality, which distributes the power from the offshore wind turbines. But initially, there won't be enough offshore wind turbines to supply all the cheap power we need. So, in addition to the plant itself, we're building wind turbines and solar panels on land, which will supply the Power-to-X plant with electricity until more offshore wind turbines have been built. By taking matters into our own hands in this way, we're laying the foundation for a plant that can be expanded in line with new offshore wind turbines being added. And because the plant will be able to absorb large amounts of surplus power, it'll be attractive for companies to build even more offshore wind turbines than those already planned. When we build our wind turbines and solar panels on land, we commit to taking care of biodiversity. We'll create new forest areas and animal areas that give wild animals the opportunity to roam freely. We'll also commit to participating in local climate adaptation. Hydrogen production uses large amounts of water, but rather than use potable water, we want to use mostly rainwater that could potentially cause flooding. Green fuels such as hydrogen, ammonia and methanol have great potential in the green transition of the future. And there are plans to build a hydrogen pipeline from Denmark to Germany, which will connect Denmark to Europe's network of hydrogen pipelines. If we gaze into the crystal ball, we imagine a world where ships are fueled by green ammonia. A world where many more cars run on hydrogen. Where heavy industry, to a large degree, uses green hydrogen rather than natural gas. And where we use ammonia to produce electricity for the grid on days without sun and wind. Northwest Jutland can become a leading area in that part of the green transition, and we look forward to working with the many stakeholders who will help us achieve the project.